guys, it's Rida from Honeydew Journal. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. This is the place where we all get creative together. In this video, I'm going to be setting up my April 2024 weekly spreads. I've chosen a warm color palette for this month, and my theme for April is puzzle pieces. Actually, these spreads and this theme is made in collaboration to one of my Instagram follower, Amna Wali. It was an amazing experience working with her. I have previously uploaded my April 2024 monthly spreads video. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, please go for it. I'll link the video above for you guys. Also, I'll be adding links to my and my collaborators' Instagram profiles, so do check it out there as well. It would mean a lot to me. For my monthly spreads of April, I created habit and mood tracker, Ibadah tracker because it was Ramzan during April, and a being list spread. And for my weeklies, I have 4 weekly setups for you guys. I covered 8 days in first 2 weeks and 7 days in the other 2 weeks. As you can see, I've already began with the process. Before anything else, I decided to create mini calendars on this pale brown cardboard sheet because otherwise I've noticed previously that my mini calendars in weekly spreads are a bit messed up. So in order to avoid the filthy look, I trimmed a 4.5 cm wide strip from its length and then divided it further into 4 equal sections of 3.5 cm lengths. I've used my new paper trimmer to cut the cardboard sheet, which worked perfectly fine for me. And for the markings, I used my Sakura mechanical pencil with lead size 0.7 mm and a metal 1 foot long ruler. And I'm using my silicone calendar stamps to print the required mini calendars on those 4 rectangular boxes. Let's begin the weekly mania. In this weekly spread, I created 2 giant puzzle pieces doodles and wrote a quote with my Crayola Super Tips grey-green color and shaded the puzzle pieces into burgundy and olive green colors. Now I've sorted out 2 0.5 cm plain washi tapes in mustard and grey-green matchings to those colors to those Crayola Super Tips from my color palette. Initially, I decided to use these 2 washi tapes to attach my mini calendar to its respective space, but after doing it, I realized that it didn't look the way I wanted it to be. So, I'm gonna drop the idea of using washi tapes this time. So moving on to the outlining process of the week 1, talking about the layout of this week's spread, I just simply created 8 equal boxes on the left sheet. Given that each box is 6 by 3 centimeters, and on the right sheet, other than the usual mini calendar and month's name, I created a water intake tracker for this specific week. What I did is I wrote all days of week in a single column, and then I created tiny 8 bubbles to represent 8 glasses of water per day. And right below that I have sleep hours tracker. And the quote I used in this spread is, "It's always the small pieces that makes the big picture." Further ahead, I have just started my week 2 of April 2024. In this spread as well, I'm gonna cover up 8 days of the month from 9th April to 16th. Again, I created 3 giant puzzle pieces doodles and colored them up in grey-green, carnation and mustard shades. And the quote I used in this weekly spread is, "Don't force pieces that don't fit." This time I wrote the quote in burgundy color. The font I used throughout is Rosalinda Berlinata italic font. I use this font for my hand lettering mainly. You can also download it for free from Google. This time I created 4 boxes on each sheet to represent each day of the week. And on top of them I wrote month's name and will be pasting my mini calendar, and created a sleep hours tracker alongside to it. Now here I'm talking about right sheet, and on the left sheet I wrote the quote in a column and created a box for weekly tasks and to write down all of the other endeavors as well. Moving ahead to my third weekly spread of this month. This time I'm using the 1-inch size stencil to write my quote for this week, just the way I did on my quote page. The quote is, "Even the hard puzzles have solution." I'm gonna write the whole quote in a column using the left half side of the right sheet. And behind the gigantic letters of my quote, there is the puzzle piece doodles hidden. I have already drawn the doodles and I wrote the letters onto them. Unlike the quote page here, I'm gonna write the letters first because otherwise the doodles might vanish the exact shape of the letters. So to maintain the level of perfection, I wrote, outlined and filled in the letters first. After that, I'll start coloring up everything. I used olive green, carnation, grey green and mustard color in the puzzle piece doodles and burgundy color for highlighting all the title bars of the boxes. For the layout of this week, I created 7 6 by 3 centimeters rectangular boxes. 4 of them on the right sheet and 3 on the left one. But this time I placed them in 2 columns instead of rows. I have the water intake tracker, sleep hours tracker and side quests boxes on the right sheet of the spread. Here I'd like to add that if there's anything that you want to ask, whether it's a box size or about a spread that I just completed, you can find all of that information down below in the description box. But even if it's not there and you're wanting to know something, you can just send me a message in my DM or in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to answer them all for you guys. Coming back to my weekly spreads, I just finished my 3rd weekly spread. I am very glad how the spreads turned out in the end. This weekly spread will be my favorite amongst all, especially the overlapping quote and doodles portion. This time I have written quotes in all 4 weekly spreads, to make them look filled up and motivational at the same time. Now heading towards the last weekly spread for April 2024. In this weekly spread, I created 4 6 by 3 centimeters rectangular boxes on the left sheet and 3 of them on the right sheet. And in the middle of the 2 sheets, I wrote my quote, "Walk in love, grow in grace." And below that, I have my huge puzzle pieces doodles. And besides that, I designed water intake tracker for all the 7 days of the week and 8 glasses of water every day. Here as well, I have used the same Rosalinda Berlinata italic font. I have used Sakura Pigma Micron 01 for all the writing and outlining and the chunky nib size 08 for the straight lines of all the boxes. I colored burgundy, mustard and carnation into the doodles. Additionally, used grey-green color to highlight the title bars of all the boxes. And I used all the 5 shades from my color palette for the notes section on the right sheet of my weekly spread. And to give it a more prominent look, I used my wooden stamps to give title to the notes section. Here comes the last part of this video. I dropped the idea of using washi tapes to stick my mini calendars because it was messy and quite time taking. So I'm just simply sticking them up to their respective spaces by using UHU glue stick. After sticking up the last calendar on 4th weekly spread, I'm done with all of my spreads. I'm glad that I decided to do this theme in my journal. I want all of you to give it a try. I would love to see how yours look. I love the color palette that I chose for this month. So if you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe my channel. See you guys in my next video. Till then, stay tuned. Take care. Bye bye.